Welcome to the Pew, where today we're going to discuss something very important. It's something that's never been done. There's never been a show that has had something like this before.
We're unveiling something special and monumental, where centuries from now, people will thank us for our forethought.
Yes, like Nostradamus, we are paving the way with our celebrity DNA.
Call us Nostradufus.
Our celebrity DNA repository, not to be confused with a suppository.
No.
This is a repository. A repository is like a suppository that you do over and over and over.
Although in time, once we have the repository full, that wouldn't preclude actually taking some of that celebrity DNA and turning it into a suppository,
and shoving it up our butts.
Who wouldn't want a little piece of Kim Kardashian up their butt?
I would not, but I would like, what's her brother's name?
Robert?
Robert. I would like Robert Kardashian up my butt. I like his DNA up my butt. So if we have that.
Well, soon it will happen. For now, we're using a Triscuit box.
And we're going to start with our first piece of celebrity DNA. This is Marilyn Manson's pubic hair. And I don't know if you can see it. Should we put it against something that you can see? Can you see that?
No, why is it so straight?
Well, it's not actually. And I'm gonna drop it right there. I had my hand in his pants while I was licking his face, as one is wont to do when one is...
As you have heard on a previous episode of The Pew, Michael went to see Marilyn Manson's show at the Hammerstein Ballroom, and Marilyn
Terminal 5.
Terminal 5, I stand corrected, Igor. And he gave Michael a big shout out and then invited him backstage for an after party.
For an after party celebrity lick, where I licked...
Yeah, we're showing that picture on the screen.
His face, and he had his
copped a little DNA
down, and I reached in there and I told him about our celebrity DNA repository, and I said that we would like a piece of his pubic hair for the repository, and he was only too happy to oblige, and he gave me this. Well, he let me snatch it from him, and so I pulled out with a little yelp.
I think I'm going to add a little bit of my own celebrity DNA.
No, you are not it. Are you a celebrity? Do you belong in this Triscuit box?
Aren't I?
In this Triscuit box of celebrity DNA?
I think I do. Why? Are you suggesting that I'm not?
Well, you're not
co-host
a
of the
real
Pew?
celebrity. I mean,
well, what?
I don't even know if I belong in the Triscuit box of celebrity DNA.
Well, how are you defining celebrity?
I think a
Celebrity or celebutante?
Exactly. I think a celebrity is a person who has been in People magazine.
I've been in People magazine, I think.
Well, if you've been in People magazine, then put some of your DNA in that box.
Oh!
I know
Me
that
and Marilyn Manson together.
I know that I've been in People magazine, so there. So I've got some of my DNA, and in a little bit.
Now, was that a spit, dribble, or drool?
That was spit. That was actually a cross between a spit and a drool. That was a strool. And
next, we'll put RuPaul's DNA in here.
Or some other kind of DNA that I can work up to during the commercial.
We'll be back
soon.
We sure are cute for two ugly people. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else.
Yeah, I should have. No. Welcome back to the Pew.
The Pew.
The Pew.
And bitches want to know.
Bitches want to know. What do the bitches want to know this time?
B. Miller Drums wants to know how long you were on Methadone.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that depends. I was on Methadone for about a year, I think, before I went to prison. And then...
now, were you on it for recreational purposes or because you were trying to get off of heroin?
No, neither. You're not on it. I wasn't on it to try and get off of heroin. I was replacing heroin with it. So I was on...
Because it was cheaper than heroin?
It was cheaper, and it was, you know what you're getting and all of those things. So it was like when you're doing it to replace it, they call it methadone maintenance, which means you're not trying to get off of it. You're just replacing it. You want to keep on it for the rest of your life. So, or for however long. So I didn't get off until I was in prison, and then they start decreasing you. If you get less than a year in prison, they will give you methadone the entire time. But if you have more than a year, they will wean you off because they don't want to keep giving it to you.
So how long did it take to wean off of it?
They wean you off a milligram a day. So it's like however many milligrams you're on, and I was on 80. So that means 80 days.
Well, that's not very long. So then why couldn't they just get you off of heroin even if you only had to stay in prison for 1 year then? If it's only
they could, but if you're going to be there for a year less, they will as a favor.
But it's too much hassle for them to...
I don't know what, I think they just don't like the idea of like, giving you a drug that's going to make you feel warm and cozy and comfortable while you're in prison. Prison's supposed to be a place where
but what I don't understand, did you say that if you're in prison for just a year or less, they'll just keep you high the whole time because they don't want to deal with the hassle of getting you off of heroin?
No, I think it's, as I said, almost as, for lack of a better word, a favor to you. Like they'll do this for you. Because.
But why is that a favor?
Why is it a favor to keep giving you methadone? Because to make you stop using methadone is very painful. But
if they just cut you down by a milligram, it's still painful?
Extreme. Yes. The hardest is when you get down to 1. They actually cut you off of, I think, 2 milligrams. Once you're down to 2, they just stop. I don't know why they'll go to 1. But it's still very painful.
Well, what's the pain like? Where does it come from?
It feels like a really, really bad flu. So you've got the sweating and the feverish kind of chills thing. You're too hot, and then you're too cold, and then you're too cold. And your bones kind of ache like arthritis. And it's just, and you can't sleep, and, it's awful. And it lasts, I don't know, weeks, a couple weeks.
Yikes.
And the bad thing is that just a tiny little bit of heroin will make you feel completely, not only not sick, but really good, like warm and fuzzy, and like you're saved by a fire in a flannel, bathrobe, or you're just like really, really comfy, cozy. So that's why it's so difficult, to get off. So
don't do it. Sounds awful.
Don't even get started, because once you're started, it's sort of like, and it changes you physiologically. So you feel like you can't enjoy things, and it takes years for that to come back. So.
A warning.
A warning.
A cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale.
See you next time.
Bye.